What's up, everybody? Welcome to another LiveTime with Alec. Woo! We got a great week this week. I'm so pumped, man. Thursday, Gary V live in New York. I'm just a fanboy. He's just a big inspiration. That's not what you're here for. You're here for Bypassed. Let's roll the clip. Let's go deep and have some fun.
What a great first date.
I know. I had such a good time. It was great hanging out. And what are you doing?
Whoa, pump the brakes there, Michael Scott. Look, you know not to rush things while you're dating. So why are you rushing to ask for referrals from your realtor partners? Welcome to #Bypassed. Focus on building relationships. Let's say an agent is holding an open house. Show up, but be strategic. Don't shove flyers and business cards in their face. They don't know who you are yet. Hi, I'm Alec. Hi, I'm Alec.
Oh, hey, Alec.
Now a relationship has begun to form. Practice micro commitments. You meet a realtor on Thursday. Tell them you're gonna stop by their open house on Saturday, and then do it. Micro commitments made mean micro promises kept and earn trust over time. In short, be patient and consistent.
So, second date?
Bruh. Want to know more? Well, this is one in a series, so follow on whatever platform you're watching this, and we'll make sure you don't get.
All right, it's a lot of fun. It's a goofy comment, but it's so true. We go in for the hard close so fast, so often, and we just blow it. My friends, whether you're building relationships with a realtor one-on-one on the weekends, or you're trying to build relationships with all your customers on social media, whatever it is, stop going for the close. Stop going for the close. Stop hard closing people. I'm going to tell you a story. I literally remember walking into an open house on a weekend to say hi to an agent, like you do, and they were talking to a title rep. And I'm like, okay, great, I'll give him some space. Let him talk in the corner. I watched this title rep pin this agent down and say, so why aren't you using me? I was like, what are you talking about? This is the most uncomfortable situation. I watched this transpire, and the agent was like, oh, like you can see this terror in their face of like, well, I'm going to tell you why I don't use you now, because you ask questions like that. Don't be weird. By the way, thanks for jumping in some comments. Coffee is for closers. No. This is insane, guys. It's the same people that send you a cold direct message on LinkedIn the second you connect with them. Stop it. I immediately don't like you. Like, I'm sitting at my son's basketball game. It's like halftime. I check my phone. I also checked it when he was playing, so don't yell at me. And I got a friend request from somebody. So I was like, great, what's up? I accept the request. Boom, coaching pitch hits my DMs immediately. Hey, I'd like to talk to you about the coaching I do for professionals. What are you doing? Are you serious? I never respond because I'm like, this is not the game. And then sometimes I get a little altruistic and I'm like, okay, I'm going to respond. I'm going to tell them politely, like, hey, I'm going to give them a little coaching, a little free coaching, invoice you later. And I send it over to him and I go, hey, you know what? I got to be honest, man. I get a lot of cold DMs like this. Got to tell you, it just doesn't work for me, man. I'd love to get to connect with you over social media. I'd love to see your fire, your passion, what you do, and build a relationship with you over time. And then, maybe, yeah, if I feel like you're the right customer for me, we can hang out. I might work with you. And he goes, well, okay, but can we get on a call? And I was like, you're still going? This is the same principle that we know in real life. I use the dating example as a joke because we know it. You just don't go up to somebody and you're like, you want to hook, want to get married? It doesn't work. Nothing happens good after that. And yet in business, we do the same things, my friends. And I don't know why. Where's the disconnect? Why have we disconnected the core focus of what we do in relationships into this business world? Because isn't it all about relationships anyway? Don't you want to work with people you know, like, and trust? Isn't this how you do business, with things that you trust and like and know? It's like, guys, this didn't change. And yet, we're getting the cold DMs from people. We're going to people and asking them, why don't they work with me? Why don't you use me? Why aren't we business partners? I'm going to lay it down for you in the next maybe 10 minutes. Exactly what you should do. Okay, take the caricature of the proposing on the first date aside. We're going to goof about it. I'll tell you exactly, in my opinion, what I think you should do. If you are in any type of B2B or mortgage or direct-to-consumer or referral-based sales business, this is a fact, a foundational truth. Doesn't matter what you're doing. but especially for my mortgage people. If you want to get referrals or past customers to send you customers, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, there is one core way to do it. You show up every freaking day and you pour in to that community that you're trying to build influence and connection with. That's what you do every day. I'll give you an example with Realtors face-to-face. Every single week, whatever day it is that you have broker preview when all the Realtors hold their open houses for other Realtors, you go show up. I don't care. You never schedule over that time. It's sacred time. For me, it was Thursdays and Fridays because I went to two different cities. And you go out and you meet the Realtors that you want to meet, the best ones. You don't just go out randomly and meet the Susie lady who just is her first listing. And you just walk in there and you introduce yourself. And you do that until they get to know you so that when you walk in, you no longer have to introduce yourself. They know who you are. You show up on weekends when they're holding open houses for human beings because you're hustling. You show them that you are working. And all that time, all that connection time with that person, you never sell yourself. You never ask them for a meeting or why don't they use you for loans? Why? Because they don't give a crap. They don't know who you are. You got to get through that I know you phase before you can get to the do I like you phase. And we're jumping right to the do you trust me phase. It's like, no. And you show up every day and you ask them how they're doing. How's the market? Eventually, what happens? I know this because it happened to me. It's facts. Eventually, the realtors go, Alec, by the way, how's the market in interest rates? They ask a question back. From there, relationships blossom. From there, connections happen. From there, the likability factor starts to bloom, and you get to find out, hey, maybe you don't like the realtor, but you figure that out too. And through that entire process of showing up over and over again, there's one way to build trust in this world. One freaking way. There's lots of ways to lose trust. There's one way to build trust. You want to know what it is? Consistency. Showing up with consistency. That's it. That's trust. That's how you build trust. Period. You do what you say you're going to do consistently. I joke about the micro commitments, but they're a big deal. I would constantly ask agents, hey, are you holding any open houses this weekend? Translate this to your business or anything like that. Are you holding yeah, I'm having an open house this weekend. Great. I'm working this weekend. Maybe I'll see you. Okay. That's it. And then what happens is you show up at that person's house in the open house and you walk back in there and you're like, what's up? And they go, oh, Alec, oh yeah, you did say you were working this weekend. They remember that. And all of a sudden now they're realizing you do what you say you're going to do. Yes, it's a micro commitment. It wasn't this huge thing. You didn't change the world, but you're building trust over time foundationally. Yes, it's the greatest thing ever. Realtors putting up with loan officers is the greatest. We should make sitcoms about it. It's hysterical. But I mean, I used to have agents literally put up magazines in front of their faces at houses when I would walk in because they knew I was a loan officer and they're like, oh, because their experience with loan officers was so terrible. I wore that person down. Eventually they were like, Alec, good to see you, because I never pitched them. Why? They didn't ask for it. Yeah, Jenny, this is it. It's always been this. It's always been this. It's always been relationships. And I don't care what business you're in. It's the same freaking thing. Because I'll tell you a core truth of this. That same story of the agent with the title rep saying, okay, why don't you use me? Okay. I said that to a realtor once and it wasn't weird. You know why? Because I'd seen them at their open houses. I've seen them at their networking events. I've hung out with them. I never pitched them. We started to know each other. I found out he used to be an actor. Now he's a realtor. I know that could be a joke, but it's real. And we just became buddies, literal buddies. Like I'd see him all the time. What's up? Eventually I sit down with him and I go, why aren't we working together, dude? And he's like, I don't know, man. I've used the same guy for a long time. And, but yeah, that's a good point. I like you. Like, we'll figure that out. That was it. Same question. Why don't you use me in totally different contexts? And all of a sudden, one person goes, I hate you. You made me feel uncomfortable. I'm never talking to you again. I'm going to hide behind a newspaper when you show up. To, you're right, man. I guess I'm just kind of stuck in my ways, but you're the man. So yeah, I'll figure out how to get you some business. Now, after you're doing the realtor thing, like I told you to do, going out every week, two to three times a week, going out on the weekends, meeting the agents, building relationships. Guess what? You have this incredible thing that you're looking at right now on your screen called social media, where everyone is hanging out. All the agents that you want to be in partnership are there. They better be, because they better, if they're not, if you are looking for a realtor and they are not on social media, that I would run away. All your past customers are there. All your friends and family are there. All the industry leaders are there. All the community builders around you are there. All the entrepreneurs and doctors and dentists and lawyers and CPAs and financial planners in your community, all over the world as well, are there. So guess what you get to do? Pour into that community. Don't get it twisted. The physical is as important as the digital. It's your ability. It's the one thing that the internet lenders can't do. They can't go become physical inside the community. You get to do that. So go crush it. But do you see the power of this? Just show up, build relationships. Can you imagine? I'll tell you another story. Can you imagine going on the internet right now and saying, rates are historic lows, please call me for a refinance? The reason you can imagine that is you see people doing it. They're doing it. And it's terrible, because like, why are you doing that? But go a different direction. Let me tell you the story and where this is all true. This is how the world works. So 23-year-old Alec Hansen with a glorious head of hair is walking around in a crappy suit. It's fine. I'm not judging. It's just what I had, and a Honda Civic. All good. All good. And I'm going to open houses, and I'm going to broker previews, and I'm trying to meet agents, and I'm just connecting. I'm not selling. Just connecting. Saying hi. Getting to know people. And I'm targeting the top 100 agents in Orange County. And I was going to get married in July. And so before I got married in July, I sent out a letter to the top 100 agents and to all my past customers. And I'd only been in the business as a loan officer for 6 months. Okay. 6 months. And I sent a letter out. And you know what the letter said? It had a stupid picture of me. I don't know what I was doing, sitting on a chair. And I used MS Paint to edit it. And it said, I am declaring a $10 million challenge for the month of June. Okay, this is before I got married in July. And it said $10 million challenge written on the stupid piece of paper. Okay. And there's a little box at the bottom. It says, I have a declaration for June and I need your help. You see, I'm getting married in July. I have never broken through the $10 million funding month. I've been close. I had a couple $8 million funding months, but I'd never broken $10 million in a month in fundings. And I said, I would love your help. I'd love to make this challenge a reality before I go on my honeymoon in July. That was it. You know what happened? Because I had been out in the street every single week and every single weekend and every single mixer and every single networking event and mailing people consistently things that were hopefully value added to their business and showing up and showing up and showing up. In June, after I sent that letter, I funded $13.5 million. Now, we can talk about the power of declaration later and putting things into the universe. But you know why I did? Because people that had never used me were like, you know what? I'm going to give this guy a bone. You know what? I see this kid everywhere, man. This guy's hustling. Maybe I'll send him this person who wants to refi. But if I had sent that letter out and I wasn't hustling and I hadn't shown up every day and I wasn't in their houses on the weekends and I wasn't mailing them and I wasn't asking for appointments in ways that didn't make them feel uncomfortable, and if I wasn't hustling and being present and being physical and visible, then I would have got nobody. They would have been like, who is this person that sent this insane letter to me? I've never heard of this person in my life. And they would have thrown it in the trash. And instead of that, a bunch of people, I'm sure, threw it in the trash for sure. But those that didn't, those that had saw me, those that had connected to me were like, I'm going to help the kid out. Throw him a bone. That's what I'm talking about when I joke about no proposing on the first date. Add value, share comedy, share humor, share your knowledge, share your inspiration, pour into the community physically and digitally, and then you'll have the right to ask for something back. And the reciprocity will come. That's what I got for you today, man. Feeling it. Appreciate y'all. Have a wonderful day, and tune in Thursday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 Eastern, live in New York with Gary Vaynerchuk. And I'll see if I can get a word in at all. Love you guys. Oh, I got to play it out. I keep forgetting to play it out. That's my fault. And I can't find it. So I'm just going to do this. Peace.